Hello there, it's Walalaripo here. OCD, Obsessive Compulsive Disorder, is characterized by two features: obsession, that you can't control, and the compulsion that you develop to control the uncontrollable obsession. So obsessions generate massive anxiety and distress. And the effort to control your obsession is the development of the compulsive behaviors that we engage. For example, if you have an obsession about contamination, you somehow develop the compulsive behavior of excessive washing or excessive cleaning. Now, the key factor here is that OCD is brain driven. If your OCD is at a clinical level that could be diagnosed, it is a brain-driven condition, not to be blamed on personality failure or defective willpower or moral failure. And this is big. You must understand that studies upon studies in neuroimaging have shown that there are structural and functional differences when you compare an OCD brain with a non-OCD brain. It's much more than what your neighbor is telling you. Of course, unless your neighbor is a neuroscientist. I'm joking. Now, what do we know about OCD? OCD involves different regions of the brain, especially the brain that is known to be the error detector. So Mother Nature incorporates an error detective circuit into the middle of the brain to oversee the middle of the brain, the lower brain structures, the limbic and the reptilian brain, the survival brain, so that some primordial, primitive urges and desires that are no longer compatible to this dispensation are repressed, are filtered out, so that they don't come to the sophisticated brain, which is the seat of your awareness. So imagine a secretary constantly filtering out uninvited guests so that the CEO doesn't have to be overwhelmed. And studies are showing that in an OCD brain, it appears as if the secretary is too laid back, is too accepting, too generous, to the extent that some of the primitive fear and compulsivity and a whole bunch of outlandish and dark thinking and urges, some of them are perverse in nature, could be allowed in without being filtered. So somehow errors are passed off as gospel truth. So it is not your fault. You're not to be blamed for having OCD. It's not a measure of how strong you are. It's a measure of the biochemical activities and the filtering process that are not doing what they're supposed to do. Of course, you might be thinking, but why me? Why me? Studies have shown that childhood trauma can increase the propensity for OCD presentation. Also, studies have shown that sometimes OCD runs in the family. There's an epigenetic route where transgenerationally we could pass down a copy of our predisposition to obsession and compulsion to the next generation. Now, two things to do. Learn more about OCD. We have a whole bunch of courses. We have an OCD, the brain and the brain and recovery course. We have the shorter version. You could go into the addiction course, into the trauma course, because they are all connected. And you can learn more. Check the link. It could be up or down in this video. I want to take you through that journey so that you are grounded, whether you are helping other people or you have OCD yourself. Right understanding decreases the fear and will increase the capacity for neuroplasticity. The second thing is to practice compassion. You are not weird. You have OCD, and the OCD is a brain-driven condition, not to be blamed on the failure of character or moral feeling. And one of the biggest ways to embrace compassion, self-compassion, or compassion towards family members, other people that you know that might be struggling with OCD, is to understand it better. Right understanding will increase the compliance rate to embrace compassion. Check the website out. Hopefully, I will see you there. But for now, you are not weird. You have OCD that is brain driven, and you deserve your own compassion. Share this and like it. Speak to you soon. Bye.